Hello, you guys. How is everybody? Sorry about that. Took me a second. My contacts were acting up. I had to take them out, so I got to get real close to the screen, and my glasses are broke. Check this out. I'm walking around wearing these. One of the things is broke off. I have to go get some more, but like this with the glare. But yeah, not fun. And I was going to pee before I came on and I seen a spider. I swear, you guys, it was like this big. I don't know what kind of spider it was, but it scared me to death and I couldn't catch it. Hey, Chris. Hey, Pink Dahlia. It says I'm not muted. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, you can hear me, Muffin Top. Pink Dahlia. I don't know. Maybe your volume is down. Can you guys hear me? Hey, True. Okay, awesome. I love you, Single Mama 4. Hey, Janelle. Hey, Barb. Woofy. Oh, my God. Hi, by the way. And it was awful. Johnny, Katie Bug, Vicky. Hey, Justice for Janny. Awesome. Frankie. How are you guys? So I've been offline for a couple days, traveling and just busy. And well, first, let me say, I came on late few minutes because a very good friend of mine, Kelly from CDT, my beautiful friend, was live. I wasn't in there because I was running around doing a million things, but I didn't want to cut into her live. So I pushed it back a few minutes. She actually ended. Hey, Sandy Beach. Hey, Punksy. Thank you, Johnny. So anyways, a lot of things have happened and we have a lot to talk about. First, I want to talk about this red truck because Amber shared a video on her channel and we're going to watch it with Dawn driving a red truck. And then I have some clips. I was driving home yesterday listening to JodiSue and taking audio clips because she was talking about the day that Summer went missing and some of that stuff. And she did say some pretty interesting stuff. So then we're going to listen to that audio. I want to talk to you guys about Dawn possibly, being charged for this in Utah. I know that he was read his Miranda rights, but I've found out that anytime they go to question him, he's going to be read his rights. Even if they go to question about Summer, about Utah, whatever. I haven't had a chance to watch the interview room yet, yesterday or the day before. But I've heard about it, and I hear that, his sister's working with a team of detectives. One of my mods, Lynn, filled me in. It was a work truck. Yes. Wait till you see this, Janelle. And then, let's see, was there anything else? Seems like there's been some. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Then, an ant. Then we talked about the phone that Dawn gave to Tim when he went to jail. Tim downloaded onto his computer, gave to Candace. So Evil Exists posted a video. We're going to watch that too. Of Candace and Benny. So they're on a panel on a different channel. Candace is up there. Benny comes up and he starts asking about the phone. She gets mad at him and comes off the panel. It's a quick clip and I want to watch that with you guys too. So, you like my shirt? Thank you. I like it too. I've been wanting to keep it forever, and Punksy paid for it, and because I had said that and told me don't. Yes, Amber's video, and can you post Kelly's too? Hey Tisha, yeah, thank you so much, Punksy. That was so sweet. Messaged me, bought the shirt, and then later said, "No, don't mail it, please," because you said that you've been wanting it, and I really appreciate it. And did you guys see? I did the donation from our flea market. So with my sales, it was $30. It was supposed to be $35 with this shirt, but I put another $5 since she paid for it for me and did $40. And I thought, that's not a lot, but if we can do that, like every other week or even every week, think about it. Over time, it will add up. So I was really, really proud of you guys and my channel, like just the channel in general, that we're building this little community for being able to do that at all. It meant a lot to me because EquiSearch is out there searching for all the people we talk about, including Summer. They've helped with that some, and I think they've wanted to do more than they've been allowed. or then Dawn would allow them to, like up on the property, or I don't know exactly. I know that they found people in cases I was watching, like Vanessa Guillen. So, yeah, I thought it was a perfect choice. Oh, thank you, Wuffy. I love Punksy too. Oh, thank you, Katie Bug, for being here. Yeah, it's hard for me to see you guys. My eyes are looking all weird, and because my contacts were, I don't know what's going on. They're a new pair and they were so dry. It was like they were glued to my eyeballs. Oh, yeah, with the blue and orange, and yeah, thank you. How do you know he was charged in no, I said Electro, my title says charged in Dawn getting charged in Utah with a question mark, because my point is they are saying that charges are coming, but are they? Should I change my title? I can't deal with the drama I'm not doing it. Literally refuse. Well, I don't even think I can change it while I'm live, so it'll have to be, well, I don't know. Tisha, I'm wondering if I'm having allergies, because my eyes are still watering, my nose. Well, I know when I was at Mom's, I was allergic to something there because I kept getting like the itch in my throat. Okay, so let me turn that off for a second. I'm wondering if I should change the title because I'm not dealing with it. I thought that people would be able to understand that, like, with what's being said out there, people see the interview room and all these things about his Miranda rights, and the title has the question mark in it. Okay, Wuffy, I'm trying. That's, yeah, exactly, single mama for. I understand. Thank you, Vicky. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to just. I don't. It's hard to change it while you're live. I found a way last time that happened, but I don't remember what I did. Hey, Chatty Jen. Oh, cotton candy boobs. Thank you. True crime analyst. Can you guys drop her channel, please? Some people don't have enough sense to want to understand. Sonia, I think you're right. Some people want to misunderstand you. But okay, let's watch this video of Amber's first. Thank you so much, Pink Dahlia. This, I mean, to me, I don't know. It just makes them look even more suspicious. So Candace, I guess, shared this on her YouTube channel on December 21st of 2018. I'm going to mute my mic and we'll watch it for a minute. Let's see. Hey, Ange, welcome. Oh, I know, Jordan. I'm wanting to, none of your business. I'm really wanting to cover that case. 7 of us. I think I did miss your question. I'm sorry. Let me go back and see if I can find it. Johnny. I love our Johnny. Let's see. Always cracking me up. 7 of us. I totally did miss it. Can you put it again? I'm so sorry. Thank you, Johnny. Please cover Cassie. Oh, thank you, Pink Dahlia. I know. I really want to cover it because, well, True Crime Analyst, I think this was on her Facebook, Candace's Facebook. I really want to cover Cassie's because I think it's important to talk about, because of it being a custody issue. And I've had issues with both of my kids' dads at times over custody and stuff. And I think that it can get really dangerous, really crazy, a lot of emotions, a lot of anger. You know, our babies are I told y'all the other day, my mama bear claws come out. I'm not playing around. Don't mess with my kids. Oh, hi, Angelina. Okay, 7 of us. Is Dawn the one that told them about the red truck? Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I adore you guys. I don't know, because I know that JodiSue has mentioned seeing something red going up the driveway. She said it wasn't like shiny as usual, and I'm assuming that she means it was matte paint. So yeah. Has Candace posted anything lately? Woofy. I don't know. Not that I've seen, but there is the panel that we're going to check out too. But here, let's do this. So really, a delivery truck reported the red truck. He said the 14th or the 15th of June. Thank you, New Orleans girl. Hey, not so dumb blonde. So here we see they're clearly riding in a red truck. Now, does it mean anything? No, but it's still interesting with all the other things. It began, it just starts to look fishy. I know, Ocean Angel, but I still think it's interesting to hear. And you guys, she talks about the clips that I have. She talks about, oh, thank you, True Crime Analyst. JodiSue is talking about the night Summer went missing. She's talking about, she says it's not really as Candace described. There was not this frantic, where is Summer? Just you guys wait and see, because I don't want to misrepresent what she said. Ooh, Angelina. See, now JodiSue is one. See, on my channel, you said you're new here. We've done a deep dive into a lot of the people surrounding the case. We've watched different interviews and just looked at background checks, Facebook profiles, tried to find things out for herself. JodiSue, I went through her Facebook, through her posts, through her videos, and now she has a YouTube channel. But I will say that after looking through her stuff, I'm not suspicious of her anymore, and she surprised me in a good way. I thought that she was really smart for just artistic. She thought in a different way. I don't know. Oh, Kelly, I was just talking about you. I saw you were live, and I shared your link, and then came on a little bit late, like a few minutes late, which you had already quit, but I wasn't in your live because I was running around here like a crazy person. She deleted her earlier vids. Ooh, the code word /jag. Is that it's not? I don't think it's the red car, because look, let's watch the last half of it, because you can see in the front, like on the hood. Here.
Holy moly! That's like a lake. That's like a lake. It happened this year again.
You can see the hole inside. That's a truck. That's clearly a truck. I don't know. The interior doesn't look new, but I'm not sure that it looks like, I don't know. Plus the wheel. Yep. Robin had a red truck, and Tim has a red truck. He has a red truck that's not shiny, like JodiSue has mentioned. Now let's get off of this one, and then I want to show you guys the panel where she gets angry over the phone again. So hold on. I love this channel. Evil Exist is like, I love the way they get stuff out in such short videos. You can get a lot of information in a quick amount of time. So not a new truck. Did they get the Subaru before? They got the Subaru before, but I don't think long before. Doesn't JodiSue's mom have a red truck? Kelly, I think that I've heard something about a red truck in her, but I've never seen any confirmation. Hey, Yanni. Okay. Now, this one is really interesting. I would love to know what's on that phone. And in this video, Benny says that she told him that she went through the phone. So, and she gets mad and hangs up. Have you guys seen it? It's only like a quick clip from Evil Exist. I'd like to go to the whole panel. Okay, Allison. Oh, I love fried potatoes. Okay. So, let's just watch for a minute. Oh, I got to mute. I forgot. Sorry, y'all. It's been a couple days. I'm slipping.
to run away from hard questions. Remember the She is known to run away from hard questions. Remember the time with Ansley Daniels? She went up to Ben Hill Road to talk to Candace and Candace. Candace spoke on camera, and Candace wrote a note.
So let me just say real quick, I actually hadn't seen that picture before of her writing the note. I'm sitting here talking and muted. Kelly, I understand, and I'm sorry that I wasn't in yours. I feel like there's not enough time to do everything and see everything and just traveling and stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, life happens. We got to do life. Okay, so I paused it here because I hadn't seen that photo of her writing the letter. But let's keep going. That's interesting though. And never mind. I should keep that to myself. But let's see. My theory is Candace and Grandis and Hunter know what happened to Summer, and it's people after 2:30 to 6, be it them or Dawn, knows exactly where Summer is to this day. I don't disagree. I think that you're right. I think all of them know more. All of them, including Hunter, who, you know, we hear at one moment that he's traumatized, and then at another moment that he's fine, and then, you know, he's not there. So I don't know. I believe he knows more, and I certainly believe that Mom and Grandma know more as well. The only ones who've been consistent with their stories are Mary and Jeannie, and they have nothing to do with the disappearance. Everyone else has embellished their accounts keep changing. Hey, Jackie.
Which was then shared publicly. So, Benny Keys called out Candace Bly and Tim Mullen on his channel recently about having Dawn's phone in their possession and not handing it in to the authorities. He further stated that Candace had the phone in a plastic bag on her shelf just 3 weeks ago. While Candace was on the channel, named Outlaw Trucker, Benny popped up.
You guys remember that. The channel's name is Outlaw Trucker? Susan, one of them is probably, I feel like they're going to turn on each other. They're probably wondering what the other one's saying. I think that them being separated is the absolute best thing that could happen for this case, especially one of them being in jail. And Candace was said to leave that hill twice after they came home. I really want to know where she went, and I wonder if she had a phone with her. I just would love to know the digital evidence they have, and we know they have it. They've clearly said that they have, you know, evidence from their phones.
On panel 2. Candace was not happy about this, and when Benny asked her a question about handing the phone in, she got really defensive and told Benny that she is not talking to him because she is really upset with him right now. Benny then says that he is upset with her too, and she needs to turn the phone in. Benny said to Candace that he knows she looked through the phone because she told him she did. She then got really upset and called Benny a dumb fucker.
I'm sorry, but I'm a huge fan of this channel, and hearing his voice say dumb fucker just cracked me up. I'm sorry. But okay, let's keep listening. I have to pause it. I want to keep in, you know, the lines of fair use, but
Benny kept pressing her about the phone, saying that she needed a dumb fucker. That he knows she did. She then got really upset and called Benny a dumb fucker. Benny kept pressing her about the phone, saying that she needs to tell the truth about the phone, but Candace just left the stream. Benny then pleaded to Candace and Tim Mullen to hand the data in. Another person in the stream said that Candace said Summer was kidnapped away from the home. My question is, why did Candace get so worked up about the phone if she did the right thing and handed it in to the proper authorities?
Benny, I ain't talking to you right now because I'm really upset with you right now.
I'm upset with you too.
Later, dude.
You need to turn that phone in. Both of y'all need to turn that data in.
When you got
I
his
didn't
wallet
look
back,
through the
you said
phone.
you
Tim
were gonna
Mullins
go through
did,
that
you
phone.
dumb fuckers.
so she says, I didn't look through the phone. Tim Mullen did, you dumb effer. which is interesting. I want to know what's in that phone. And I'm telling you guys, I know people have a lot to say about that creator, but I am so thankful that he has spoken out about that and that he's, calling it out. I think that we have to be honest about that. But every person who's gotten close to them has ended up turning and calling them out and saying they think they're guilty, which is really interesting to me. And I believe a lot of them do go in with good intentions. Cher is a friend of mine. I believe she 100% went into that trying to be an advocate for the family. And eventually you just see too much to where you can't. It's right in your face. And I believe at a certain point, if you have any morals, you have to tell your audience the truth. And I appreciate that. Oh, she did, Yanni? Oh my gosh. JodiSue was standing there where Summer's scent ends at the precise time Summer went missing. And the kidnapper just drove by. See, I don't know. Y'all are. I rewinded it a couple times. /jag. Aussie True Crime, I don't know. I mean, I bet, okay, so they could totally get warrants for the data, right? Which, if it was a phone, maybe they didn't know existed, maybe a track phone, something like that. Maybe they haven't yet, but I hope that they will now. And I don't believe they need the phone to do that. She did go knee deep in it, and she has been, she's been attacked like nobody deserves. That's just my opinion. I feel Candace has a big head right now, and I've noticed she calls a lot of people names now. Well, this is what I think. To me, I can see, like, when people start using really young and partying really young, they kind of stay at that maturity level. And it seems that she kind of seems like that to me. But I don't know. Okay, so, oh my God, I cannot believe the way my eyes and nose are running. I'm sorry, you guys. The phone makes me think of Donna's reading. Wait, I don't remember. Tell me. They get stunted at that stage. Exactly, Karma. Okay, let me grab my phone because that's where I could upload the video clips of JodiSue, but I figure it's just as good if we listen together. And I'm not joking. I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I took Bentley to visit my family at the farm I grew up on, which reminds me a lot of where Summer lived. Hi, buddy. Okay. It's like on a ridge, and right behind the house is a big drop off. And we played in the woods and on the mountain and stuff all the time. So that's why when people say, she couldn't have walked down this and things like that, I just think, I don't know. I believe she could have. Okay, so we're going to listen to these audio clips, but you guys give me just 1 second because Bentley just woke up. Y'all should have seen Bentley today with his little cousin loving on each other. Oh my God, he's just so precious. Okay. Hello, Margaret. Oh, Single Mama 4, you did go back to your username. Okay. Okay.
Frantic or some version of, and I'll tell you that they
so she has medical issues, so she kind of, I know, I like JodiSue too, cotton candy boobs. Sometimes it can be hard to, hi, Muscles and Mascara. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love your name. Let's see. And your picture. Wow. You are in good shape. I wish I was in shape like that. Dawn said Candace has something hidden behind it. Oh, Because see, Donna could see it like that, like a brick in the wall. Just that could just be her interpretation. It's weird the way some of that stuff works, but okay. So she does have a medical issue, and she's had like a big surgery on her neck. Sometimes it's hard to understand her, so we'll listen, and then we'll go back through kind of what she said. But I know in this first clip, she's saying that speaking of that first day, that they weren't as frantic as they claimed.
Life is the same for her life to life is the same for me with abduction. I've never been like, oh, that has to be it, or somebody took her.
Wait, I got the wrong one. Okay.
It's used recently like frantic or some version of, and I'll tell you that they yells for someone on top of the hill, I mean, they increased in intensity and voice inflection, things like that, but they weren't like screaming like, oh my God, like it wasn't super. It wasn't the damn word they used recently to describe it, that's for sure.
It wasn't the damn word they used recently to describe it. That's for sure. Which is interesting. I gotta read this. I would like to thank Cher for helping with the fundraiser. That is so awesome, Susan. And thank you, Margaret. Oh, really, Sasha? Was she on there today? Oh, how cool. I've tried to go in her chat to chat with her because, like I said, I like her, but she's very weary of YouTubers. I can see that for sure. Okay.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, I want justice for those women out there too in Utah. And that's
I want justice for those women out there in Utah.
fact. And if the big question, hopefully, it means it's moving in the right direction.
Sorry, let's see.
Big question, hopefully, it means it's moving in the right.
Hopefully, him being questions means it's moving in the right direction. Hey, Meg. Ocean Angel. I do like her. I'm sorry, and I have no idea about her and the neighbors' kids. I am. Oh, that's so cool, Danny B. I am just not gonna sit here and trash talk somebody. Yeah, I want to know when she calls in too. I would like to go watch that. Okay.
Life to life, that's the same for me with abduction. I've never been like, oh, that has to be it, or somebody took her.
So she's never thought it has to be abduction or that someone took her. So Candace got him out of jail. That's interesting. I don't care if you guys don't like her. You can like or don't like whoever you want. I hate that. Don't tell me who to like. I ain't going to tell you who to like. I'm a damn adult. Think it over, Oceania. I'm not. That is just ridiculous. And if you don't like someone because of who they like or who they're friends with, you really need to take a deep breath and think about your stance and really think that through, because it's extremely controlling and childish. I don't care who you like. That has nothing to do with me. But I'm not going to sit here and trash somebody that I don't know for no reason.
I know all these people, they keep giving you these pictures and video of the property. And when you're looking at it by pictures and video, it gives a different perspective that is not real. It's not accurate. I mean, if you were standing there in a road.
Oh, Jacob, love you too. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Love you too. Yanni, thank you. They get the slash jag out of here. So he was not, I don't think he's been charged, but there is a lot of talk about him being charged. And but so she's not 5 now, and he was not an adult when it happened. I believe it started when he was like 12 and she was around 5. Not that makes him not that makes it okay, because it certainly doesn't. Oh, thank you, Susan.
Where you know those properties and you know things about them, it is quite possible.
So she says it's, I paused it talking to you guys, like right in the middle. She says, people are sharing a lot of photos and videos of where we live, but it's not actually accurate. It's not the same as being here. It doesn't look how it looks to us here.
Quite possible. Especially for my native property.
Oh, thank you, Danny B.
And to get her.
3230.
And also, if you know that basement, like if you pull up in front of it, even in like say Monster's full-sized Dodge, and that thing's legit, they can't hear you in that basement.
There's now construction on I-77 North.
Oh, I was screen recording driving. I told you guys.
Causing a 44-minute delay.
Sorry.
You will now arrive at 3:40 p.m.
Sorry about that.
It's not impossible that somebody pulled up. Wasn't even freaking heard.
I didn't know that would take that. Oh, get that. I'm sorry.
And if she was out in the yard, then poof. It's also not. I know the perspectives you all see in the driveway from in the property and the hill, and you think it's this huge unclimbable thing, but it's actually not that. There's not that much of a distance between that basement and that road. There's just not. And it is quite possible somebody sat in the bushes or the undergrowth or right there at the curb where he couldn't have been seen by Candace's camper or any of that shit and watched until the right moment. It is very possible. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Okay, so she hi Amber. Maybe if we have time we'll go over to Dollyvision. But she says, it's very possible that somebody could have pulled right up to the basement door. And another thing, everyone talks about how steep it is, but it's not that steep. Janie, if we have time, I'm going to go over there. But there's more that she says in these clips that's not exactly, well, let me play. I'll just play it for you guys. It's hard to explain.
Camper or any of that shit and watched until the right moment. It is very possible. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But do I think that that's only possible? Absolutely not. And I've never been stuck on, nor have I ever thought that a stranger abduction or any of that was, the end of it. I've never thought that. And I've always been like, hell, that scream could have been something else. That, as far as like, it could have been like accident oriented or hurt oriented, or it could have been, a million different reasons, right? That scream occurred. I do know that my daughter heard it in a way that she could still hear the scream, but it was muffled, and she says that she could hear a car then leaving. But I couldn't hear it that way.
Okay, so this is interesting. Her daughter hears the scream and then hears a car leaving. No, that's okay. Sonia, you can name creators in here as long as you're not talking bad about them. I don't mind. I'm not like that. I don't like when people do that either. But okay, so I appreciated this so much because a lot of people have criticized this scream, right? And you're right. Lawson says it's unfounded. Like, I don't know. I've always wondered, why does he say that when, unless he was there? I don't know. That's just wild to me. But anyways, regardless, she says, this scream doesn't necessarily have to mean any, like one thing or another. That's not what I'm saying. And honestly, I heard it in a different way than my daughter heard it. I heard the scream and my daughter said that she heard the scream and then heard a vehicle. Her last live with Cam and Ellie, they showed another shed. Probably was Candace screaming. Maybe Lawson is lying. But this is another thing you guys have to remember, that the police will lie to us. They will lie to us to if it benefits their investigation, and they'll lie to the people, like the suspects. They might tell you passed a polygraph and you didn't. I mean, they do. 291 days. Wow, Jacob. Good Lord. Yeah, she is funny. She really is funny. Okay. There's some other things she says, though. Y'all are going to be like, what? Okay.
Ever any of that shit and watched until the right moment.
Oh, wait. Okay.
You know, I know that the scents and the dogs and things don't add up, and that Dawn's
Hey,
wrong on
Scott.
a bunch of shit, and there's a lot of things the rest of us know that B and C don't, even though they were damn well there, but they were too big.
Okay, this is the one. Now, I'm going to rewind it. I want you to listen again. She says there's a lot of things that Dawn and Candace don't even know that happened that day. They were there, but they were busy, you know, with police and stuff. So,
See on YouTube.
or on YouTube and with, well,
I
just,
know
I think she
the
says with police too.
Scents and the dogs and things don't add up, and that Dawn's wrong on a bunch of shit, and there's a lot of things the rest of us know that B and C don't, even though they were damn well there, but they were too busy on YouTube, right?
Hi, Rubberhead.
When they were too busy with law enforcement that first day to see and hear what we saw. With the dogs and see. And if it was a stranger,
Okay, so she says they were too bit. There's a lot of things that Dawn and Candace don't even know about, you know, I guess the dogs and the search that first day and after, because she says because they were busy on YouTube and with law enforcement. So I don't know. Thank you, Sonia, so much. And allegedly, a lot of people feel that way. They do. I don't know. I'm starting to have a little soft spot for her. I can't help it, you guys. I'd be honest with you about what I think and how I feel. You know, hey, Lisa.
the dogs and see it's otherwise. And if it was a stranger,
Hey, Mallory.
they got luckier than the fucking lottery and lightning.
The lottery, they got luckier than the. Now, that was one thing that I was kind of like, oh, that's an odd way to put that, but.
You know, I know that the scents and the dogs and things don't add up, and that Dawn's wrong on a bunch of shit, and there's a lot of things the rest of us know that B and C don't, even though they were damn well there, but they were too busy on YouTube by that point to know, when they were too busy with law enforcement that first day to see and hear what we saw. With the dogs and see. And if it was a stranger,
Okay. Pineapple Pam, she does kind of, when I first started listening to her, it took a minute for me to understand kind of how she talks and how she lays stuff out there. Allegedly, but I can't tell you why, though, and that bothers me so much. You can tell me anything, unless, you know, for another reason, but from her first video, she didn't know much, but now all of a sudden she knows everything. Chatty Jen, that's a good point, but maybe at first she didn't. I don't know. I just think at first maybe uncomfortable, and now she's getting more comfortable with the live chat and that kind of thing. She's very skeptical of YouTubers. I can tell that for sure. Oh, thank you, Lynn, for sharing her channel. Okay. Let's see.
you know, I know that the dogs and scents and otherwise. And if it was a stranger,
This is the
they
one.
got luckier than the fucking lottery and lightning. I'll tell you that much. If someone took her, strangers really low on my list, but somebody that knew that property and knew where to park, not to be seen.
Stranger is really low on my list, which is interesting coming from her because she knows the land and the layout better. I mean, she lives there.
Somebody that knew how to sit, where somebody, you know, that they've had that probably isn't on a freaking list, considering their friend group.
Good evening, Crimes Have Consequences. Considering her friend group. Huh, interesting.
For me, it's likely that somebody knew. where and how
Used to live
and
there.
when, and just waited.
Okay, let's play that again.
For me, it's likely that somebody knew where and how and when, and just waited. But also, somebody, a stranger, could have very much
Sky.
taken her from the other side if she wandered off the hill because she was curious about the very real decimation of the woodcutters and brush cutters that they had done all the way to the damn main of Beach Creek. Somebody could have very well laid eyes on her and seen her up there playing outside and kept coming back and forth, lured her off, done something, and then that scream would have still been valid. I mean, scream as I worked through.
Hey,
Like,
Queen
okay,
Bee.
let's say the scream doesn't count. Let's say it's not whatever, right? I don't know how in the hell you explain it away, but whatever the hell.
Let's say the scream doesn't count, she says. She said, I don't know how in the hell you explain it away, but okay, let's just say it doesn't count.
It was. Let's just put it to the side. And then I worked through without the scream. I worked through without whatever. And, I worked through without the footprints. I worked through without. And I discount our own shit. I'm like, okay, what if this is wrong? What if this can be explained away
Turn that down.
somehow? Even if I can't do it myself, let's put it.
Turn that down, please. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. You have to turn this down. You want me to come in here with you?
Yeah, what's that mean?
All right, come on. I'll bring my computer.
Tell them that they had that.
Hold on. Let's finish this.
And somebody got caught yesterday or the day before. They were like, well, Don and his... Oh, I know who it was. It was a local asshole. Cliffhanger there. So anyway.
Okay, so let's go watch the Dollyvision now. I've got to take my computer in the kitchen and take Bentley. Come on, Bent, let's go. Take Bentley in here. And then we're going to watch the Dollyvision. So just a second. Okay, before we go on, I want to know, what do you guys think about these charges in Utah? Do you think that is why he was read his Miranda rights? Do you think it's happening? I've wondered for a while why it hadn't happened yet. But I think with the sisters going on the interview room like that and kind of announcing it, it feels like it is. But, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about that. Let's see. Jackie, I recorded it. It was off her YouTube channel, and I was driving home from my mom's house, and yeah, I just was taking voice recordings. Your sandwich.
Just give me 45 seconds.
Okay, I gotta make SpaghettiOs and meatballs, y'all. And then we're gonna watch that interview. Yes, and he'll do life. Ooh, he is in the slammer for a while. Hey, Bentley, mommy's friends say send you some love from them. Delana said send you some love. You're mean. Don't say that. Little meanie. I wonder, let's see. I'm sorry, you guys. Just a brief intermission. Okay. He's rotten. Shorty Small, I mean, I haven't seen it officially confirmed, but I know that the sisters had went on the interview room or one of them had went on the interview room. I haven't seen it yet. My mod kind of filled me in on that and said that, charges are coming. She's been working with a group of detectives, which I find really interesting. And I know that she said, that's one thing. She said she had questions. So when they went to Colorado, on the way home, they stopped and put up this memorial for Summer in Utah. And they said that, they were suspicious of that at first, but they actually had it looked at and investigated, and, there was nothing there. So, are PIs qualified to read? I don't know. I know. I'm sorry, Janelle. Baby's got to come first, though, but. Okay. Let's see. Where in the heck did I put this? Okay. Sorry. All right. Here you go, little buddy.
What you say?
If you're not nice, you're going to get in trouble. Here, set up and eat.
What you say? Colorado bed.
Okay, so the channel is called Dollyvision, you guys said, right? We got to see this. Just to compare to kind of what she just said in those clips. Oh, hold on. Okay. Dollyvision. Bentley, I got you exactly what you asked for. Stop. Okay. 14 hours ago, shocking interview with JodiSue. Says Don Wells never getting out of jail. Wow. Okay. 32:30. I'm going to start and then pause in a sec.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hello. Who's this?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
JodiSue.
JodiSue. Okay. Well, I've seen you on the news, JodiSue. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you too.
Okay. So can we take a little trip back in time? Can we get in the DeLorean and hit like 88 miles an hour and take a little trip back about?
Okay, this is interesting. I have never seen this. I've never seen this creator before. So, Margaret, it's my son, and he's 5. Dolly streams in the middle of the night. Can you guys link his channel if you don't mind? Okay.
9 months ago.
Only if we can delete Biff and, I don't know.
If we can delete it. Okay. We can do that. Okay, on that day that that fateful day, you was at your house, and I know you said that you was kind of on alert because you had some issues with some property that was going on or something of that nature.
Yeah, but I'm kind of always on alert for the.
Okay, so if you guys have watched since she first came out with her story, when she heard the scream, she that's very true, Shorty Small. She was on high alert because she had a dispute over property and, that kind of thing. Thank you guys for sharing that. Dolly is hilarious. Awesome. I'll have to check out his channel more. The Collins. So does he just have people on like guest on panel? And that's cool. Hey, Amber. Good to see you.
PTSD, hypervigilance of abuse, plus waiting on the property sale, people to show up. People had been showing up, acting crazy over it. And then the day before, we had Jackie Dobbs on the property.
Uh-huh.
And had to, have police there and that sort of thing. But still people, come in until the property sells final. They always do. So, yeah.
I'm just pausing to stay in the fair use. So anyone can call in. Interesting. That wasn't her property. Andy's family owns it. It still boggles my mind. Huh. Wow, Jen, I'll have to listen to this. I watched JodiSue's numbered videos. She seems legit to me. Okay.
So what is there usually, like, far as traffic on that road? Is there, like, do you usually see like out of place traffic, or do you usually just see your neighbors coming down that road?
Prior to the property sale and tree trimmers and brush cutters and that, most of the traffic that come in and out was neighbors and it, sort of expected traffic.
Yeah.
That was known
What
to
I would,
us.
I always watch the comments too. I don't know if you guys do that. Oh, that's cool, Danny B. Yeah, I don't know if you guys watch the comments, but I'm watching the comments too. And she seems to be getting a lot of support right now in the chat.
I mean, you would say you would knew most of the traffic. When you see a vehicle, you'd pretty much know who that was. It was one of your neighbors or something of that nature.
Oh yeah, and if this had been a typical.
Okay, I'm not trying to be annoying, but I do gotta say, the next person I wanted to look into, who I have not had a chance to, is this Dobbs dude, Jackie Dobbs. And in the chat, you can see someone said that he shaved all his hair off after he got home from a trip. I'm curious about that. I don't know, you can't just believe anything you see. So I'm not saying I believe it, but it's still something I would like to know. I agree. I grew up in the sticks and we probably played on terrain that people, yes, absolutely. You probably might be behind, but I agree.
Even if it hadn't been
Look, Skazi, you're in there.
what was going on in there with all of the things combined leading up to the 15th and then on the 15th, I don't think any of this would have ever really, even if Candace and Donna are responsible for it, there wouldn't have been much missed. It would have been harder to miss something. But we could have told you what ants pissed in the road that day, and that goes for the entire road of neighbors.
Uh-huh.
But it was just really like the perfect storm, or somebody used all of the activity happening at once as the perfect cover for it.
Okay, so what you're saying is there were some strangers in the area in that given week, between the hedge cutters, the tree cutters, people looking at the property.
So I never want to get like tunnel vision and only look at one person and miss like, miss the actual suspect or the actual perpetrator because your eyes are on, someone else. So it is interesting there were strangers there. However, if all of the lies and the stories and the games and the pranks and the craziness, I don't know. He shaved his head and face, then posted his clean pic to Facebook. He definitely wasn't nefarious and trying to hide. Huh. Yep, Vicky. It is sad.
Okay.
Yeah, not just in the days prior, not just in days prior, but weeks prior to that. It was just full of unknowns and out of staters and the tree and brush guys, which were not just a couple dudes. This was a ton of men in and out of there, working their personal vehicles, coming in and out and being parked around the area and in the road and across the cemetery and over at Simpson Loop and you name it, and it was happening there. It was the perfect storm for real.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that about all the strangers in the area and that kind of thing. Hi, Alley Cattails. I'm so angry that so many people knew Dawn showered with Summer but did nothing about it, including Candace. Yeah, Vicky, I know, it's disgusting. In my opinion, I don't think we have heard from one single person close to this case that hasn't told half truths and lies. It's like a red flag factory. Yes, it is. Oh, I think that's why some of us get so hooked on it, right? And we can't look away because it's like there's so many possible scenarios and suspects, and you rule one thing out and you have five more new things coming in, and I don't know. I know, Punksy. Ugh. But then again, if CPS was coming, right? Like CPS fails so many kids. Almost every case I cover, CPS has completely screwed up, which is so stupid to me. It needs a. I know that there's good workers. Don't get me wrong. Now, I just think they're overworked, underpaid, and the system is broken. So, but CPS was obviously involved. Hi, Thomas. I'm okay. How are you? It so reminds me of Casey Anthony in that the parents just don't seem to care. Yeah. Even share, that Bella Vita tattoo she talks about and compares it to this situation. I know, Marie. It's unbelievable.
have you? This one. This will take you just a little bit back before this. Had you ever seen little Summer Wells out there unattended? Like I've heard people say they've seen her in the road, they've seen her down at the end of the driveway. Had you ever seen Summer Wells out there, or just Summer Wells and the boys out there alone?
The boys, I've seen them out. They play, they cross the road, they do things. Yeah, summer, not ever,
You'd
not
never,
once.
you'd never seen her out there by herself,
And
not even with the boys.
I'll tell you the rest of the neighbors that are even more joined to property. Well, technically 125 does not join with 110. But there are other neighbors that are joined with, and their properties are closer in a way, even though, like, say, 125 and 110's driveway are only like 20 feet apart. The other neighbors that are actually joined with, seeing it, like, they didn't even have any idea what summer looked like. All the neighbors, except for, like, I and another one that helped me search, just didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
Okay, I find that interesting considering her statistics that were put out when she went missing were so wrong. And I still believe that like her age was wrong, but not only that, her height and her weight seemed way off for her age. So everything's fighting a bureaucracy and red tape today. Yeah. That's why the system needs revamped. What do y'all think about this young girl that was just murdered that was already charged with kidnapping? Yes. So there was a girl she was a friend on Facebook with Candace. She got in trouble for kidnapping around the time Summer went missing, and she kidnapped a baby and said that she was trying to give the baby a better home. She did get in trouble for that, and now she's been murdered. And she was a Facebook friend with Candace. Now, I don't believe it's related. It could be. Who the hell knows how big and wide this circle goes, but I don't know. It's still interesting.
They
And
just
when they
lived
all
there, but just never
discovered
seen her.
and yet like they had never seen her. I mean, and they would have if she had been down in any of the places that say like Sherfy Senior and all them now want to say that they, all this other stuff that
So,
trying to
did
be
she or did
said.
she not run off all the time by
I
herself?
never ever saw her in the road. I never knew of her to be past a certain point on their property. Now, is it possible that she wandered a little bit, especially where the brush and tree cutters had decimated on the side over there towards the main road? Absolutely curious because the woodcutters, brush cutters had just moved from their property to another spot the day before. And so, but the way of the little bit of foliage that was there already was kind of just barely above, but it just didn't go up fully enough to do the 2 1/4 turns it normally does before the swap over of that type of transmission where
Describe the guy. If I had to go out and find him, what would I be looking for?
red truck with the guy in it. And my abuser at the time, was like, later on when we were talking about it, he's like, well, I know the one you're talking about. He's like, and it does have black racks. It goes on and off of it. And it has black ladder.
That it possibly was, but I know the rumors was it was some type of red truck with ladder racks.
No, the truck that the FBI is looking for and asking about is a red Toyota Tacoma, and it has black ladder racks, I believe.
Okay, but that's not what you seen.
That truck, I did not report that truck, which I call the truck. There was, however, a truck coming in and out of the hollow for weeks prior to summer disappearance that I saw, and my abuser at the time, was like, later on when we were talking about it, he's like, well, I know the one you're talking about. He's like, and it does have ladder racks. It goes on and off of it, like we're taking it off and on. But the Toyota Tacoma I was seeing, the red truck with the guy in it, he was coming and going for weeks prior. And he also happened to end up being, I found this person because they made a post online, and I still don't know who it is by name.
So I believe I've heard of this man that was coming through there. I think he was it was doing some kind of business work. I don't know. It's just there's so many red trucks to play here, right? There's this one that Dawn could have borrowed. There's Tim has one, Robin has one. This guy that apparently was coming through there back and forth. I don't know.
But I did report, I was like, look, here's this other lady that's seeing the same damn truck and the same exact guy, and described exactly who I was seeing. And here he is coming in out of her holler.
Well, how would you describe the guy that you seen in the truck? What would his appearance be? If you had to describe him to the police, how would you describe the guy? If I had to go out and find him, what would I be looking for?
That's the thing. He's kind of...
Is he a white guy, black guy?
No, he's not. He's not black, and he's white, but he has some sort of ethnicity on him because of the way his skin is turned in the sun. Very much has features of something in his background, but not like.
Would you say dark hair, white hair?
Like several generations past, you know what I mean? Like some sort of Indian or Mexican, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something there, maybe.
So he's a
I feel like sometimes she takes the hard way of like the most difficult way to explain something and explains it that way. But let's keep listening.
Hair is,
he's a darker complected, white appearance male.
you know how like you get a white dude doing construction on the roof,
Yeah.
he'll get super dark, but it's still that white people type thing. But several generations back, you have Spanish or Latin or some sort of indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
It has a different like brown, like a more a different tone to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what it was like. You could tell he did do some type of construction. He had that type of build to him.
What would you what would you think his age would be? Was he in his 20s? Was he in his 50s? Somewhere in between?
He's older than I am, but he's aged well. You could tell he wasn't a dope head. He was 7 miles away where he'd been being seen for all the weeks prior as well. So why did he stop going in and out of there? I don't know.
That I don't.
But I know who reported.
Now
I know who reported the truck, but this particular truck is a different truck. And then that night that Summer vanished, we were hearing rumors from others and saw this mass group of people that had gathered, neighbors and everybody else, on Ben Hill at the bottom of our driveway, bottom of Candace's. I mean, the road was packed, right? Search crews, everything else, trying to get ready for everything. The helicopter going up, and there's whispers, even well before dark, of a red truck. And we were like, "What the hell?" And none of us could.
I find that interesting. I'd like to know when the very first time it was mentioned and by who. Yeah, she does kind of beat around the bush at times. It's hard to sit here and follow it at times. I like her, like I said, but I don't know. My son just got on Zyrtec because Claritin quit working for him too. Hey, Amanda.
Really figure out where the rumor was coming from, but it was changing and shifting even in the minutes and hours. And I know damn good well the person that reported the red truck eventually was not in a group on the road that night. So who in the hell report? I don't know, man. There's some red trucks. Then you got Sherpy and them. They have a red truck. You've got another person that we know of coming and going at that point too that has a red truck in the business. And then there's the wrecked red truck.
Then there's Don's boss's truck he was borrowing. Then there's Tim's red truck. Then there's Robin's red truck. I mean, there's a lot of red trucks.
And
there's a lot of damn red trucks.
Late
apparently.
July, early August.
Okay, now that day, you seen the car go up in the driveway, a flash of a car, you said, that goes up in the driveway. It don't sound like it got good traction, or the traction ain't right. But later on did you ever hear that car leave?
Well, no, but where my son said, well, it's the neighbors, my mom went kind of, well, okay, and I just took his word for it, and we finished doing what we were doing, and we went back to the cabin. So I never really paid attention, right? I was just thinking neighbors.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just another
so
day.
Even if I hadn't heard that.
Aunt B, I am so sorry for your loss. I agree with you. There needs to be it needs to be improved, and I'm really sorry for your loss. This guy reminds me of Kid Rock. That's funny. Now I gotta look at him with thinking of that. Yeah, I know BB Diamond. Supposedly she didn't. Who did she get it from as well? I hear that it could have been a family member. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. There are so many red trucks, but Candace and Don said they didn't know anybody with a red truck. Tisha, yes, I'm glad you remembered that. I've actually played that clip before and then played a clip of them talking about the red truck or somebody with one or something that just like totally contradicted what they said. But yeah, they don't know anybody with one, but we just named like 10 people. Yeah, she did, Santa. She said she got it after actually like a couple months after.
You know,
So
I
then
just
at
didn't
some
catalog.
point you hear a scream.
Yeah,
Now,
myself, my son, and my daughter hurt.
now
Yes.
would that scream, would you think, would that sound like a person screaming?
Yeah, I mean, it was. Look, I know my animal noises. I know big cats. I know bears. I know coyotes, owls. You name it. Like I'm like freaking Ellie Mae and always have been.
Uh-huh.
And this was not an animal. This wasn't. I tried everything to excuse or to figure out, to dismiss that noise that day. Even to myself. But I've never in the 26 years, 27, I've been familiar with 125 property or the 10 plus I've lived on it. I've never had a noise inside of Ben Hill or on the property ever, ever stop me dead cold and grip me by the middle and just.
Okay, so even though the sheriff has kind of discounted the scream, um I've never discounted it to me. I think that it's really interesting. However, I don't know if you guys have ever heard like a wild cat. Sometimes they scream and it sounds like a freaking human, and it is so, oh my god, it is just so, it will stop you cold in your tracks like she said.
Just make me go, what the F? Never. And this did. It stopped myself and my children just cold mid conversation.
So it was like how would you describe the scream? Was it like was it a deep scream? Like, did it sound like a woman screaming? Maybe a man screaming? Somebody being murdered? What could you relate it to as far as what it sounded like? How loud it might have been to you? How loud do you think it may have been?
It was very loud.
Very
Very
loud.
loud. But the thing for me is my brain very early on started just kind of walling it up. Like now to me it's sort of a shape and I can access part of the noise, but it's almost like if you took I don't know, a cookie cutter or something, dipped it in sugar, and I know it probably doesn't make sense, but I can hear the outside.
What is she talking about now? Foxes? Oh my gosh, I've never heard that before. Hey, stay-at-home mom detective. Hey, Melissa. Okay, Sky. Wow. Now we're talking about cookie cutters. Okay. Animalistic. Well, let's keep listening just for a minute. I don't think I'm going to listen to all of this. But I do want to listen to some with you guys. I think it's really interesting. And I love to, I mean, I've been watching her quite a bit of her stuff. I've seen comments in here saying her story's changed, but I haven't noticed a change in her story myself. So I don't know.
Side edge of it, but my brain does not want it. It doesn't want to let me hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've asked
So you
detectives
couldn't tell if it
previously
was a
what I was
man
doing.
screaming or a woman screaming or a child screaming. You just know it was a scream.
It wasn't a guy. It wasn't a guy. And my daughter immediately identified it. She goes, "That's a kid." Yeah.
Whoa, I'd never heard that before. Horses scream? Oh, awesome, Chatty Jen. What a good son you have. Wait, so her daughter said that identified it as a child scream? Santa, I don't remember that, but if you could tell me where to find it, I'll totally look at it. Yes, Charlotte, she is. So that's really interesting. Daughter immediately identified it as a child scream, and she said it was not a man. I've always thought the possibilities could be many things, right? It could be Summer. It could be someone coming for Summer and her scream. It could be someone finding Summer after an accident. I mean, there's so many. Yeah, McBro, really.
And I was like, that to me, I went, that's not the kids, because when I think kids, I think the boys, because Summer is never down far enough for the noises to register that loudly, right?
Yeah.
So I know the boys' noises. So to me, I didn't think Summer. I thought boys, and I knew and know their noises well enough to where I could immediately tell you that it wasn't any of the boys.
Yeah.
But I never once thought Summer, because Summer is never down far enough for a noise to be that loud.
Could you ever hear Candace screaming, like screaming at the boys from her property, or like screaming at Summer?
Oh, yeah,
come
absolutely.
inside. So so you've heard.
He goes, have you ever heard? Yeah, that's what she said on the news. Have you ever heard Candace scream? And instantly, without a thought, oh, yeah, absolutely. So, hi, open minds. That's okay. And okay, Johnny. I'm outside freezing, and I'm like a really cold blooded person. If I'm not moving around, I get really cold, and I love doing laundry when I'm like that because the dryer will warm you up so much. It feels so good. Hi, Lori. So, Meg, we don't know why they don't think the scream happened. They've never elaborated. Basically, he just said that he thinks it's unfounded. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, if you see an adult give a toddler alcohol, you call CPS. Yeah, yes. Matter of fact, you call the police.
Her scream.
Oh shoot, I gotta mute. Oh shoot, I gotta mute. Oh shoot, I gotta mute.
I can hear them in regular conversations over there, Jimmy. Like them having regular, average, hi, how are you conversations.
Oh, you can hear that, like when people come up. Okay.
Yeah, and then and it, like, yeah. So I mean, I have videos and stuff up on my Facebook and on my YouTube. I mean, that show how well I could hear.
Now,
And
let me ask you
that I
this.
could
Now,
hear
you've heard Candace screaming before, and you heard that scream. Do their screaming sound any kind of similar? Because you said the scream didn't sound like a male. Okay. So did it sound similar to anything you ever heard come from Candace? Like, could the scream?
Now she's really thinking this out. Oh, hi, Dollyvision. I've never seen your channel before, but thank you for coming by here. And we're not going to watch it all. We're just kind of watching a few minutes of it, but you did a really good job. You chose awesome questions. So, yeah, and we're sharing your link and stuff. I'm going to watch just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go finish and watch the full thing on my own, and encourage my chat that they also will go watch the entire thing on their own. Hi, Rumple. Hi, Jessica. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I've found your channel. I've never seen it before, so I'll have to um definitely go check it out after this. Oh, thank you. Yeah, awesome job. Very good questions. I know it seems like it's so hard to get a straight answer though. But yeah, very good questions. Danny B, I would be like that too for me when it's about it. Like I could see if you're doing like, you know, I don't know. I feel like when it's about a crime, a current crime that is happening, I feel like you should want it shared as much as possible because you want the information out there to be like I don't know. That's just my opinion though. Especially when it's about a child, but anybody, you know. So, I don't know. Oh, really? Wicked West, that's so cool.
You heard, could it been possibly been Candace? Maybe that's a better question.
I've thought about that more times than I've wondered because of certain, obvious scenarios and things and possibilities that exist, right? And for me, I've heard Candace when like Dawn's beating on her. I've heard when she's pissed or drunk or whatever, screaming. But say it's like she found someone or something had happened or whatever, I wouldn't know a scream like that. You know what I mean? To compare it to.
And that's a good point. For me, it's kind of like with okay, so when you have a newborn baby and you know like this cry means they're hungry, this one means they're, you know, mad or whatever, you kind of can tell by the sound, the pitch, how it changes. She said though, if you heard, she knows when Candace is being beat on, when she's drunk, when she's like very interesting. There's some crazy stuff happening up there. Thank you, Damien. Yes, thank you so much for being so kind and generous and cool about it, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I seen her on the news. Yep, I've played. See, I've went through her Facebook over here. She actually is very like intellectual and artistic. Some of the things that she posts, we went back like a long ways. She posts a lot on there too. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know for sure though it was something out the norm because I know the FBI and the police they seem to just dismiss it. But anytime you hear a scream like that on a day a little girl goes missing, I think that's very important.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I think just to say, I don't know how anybody could dismiss it. I just don't. Yeah, Pink Dahlia, we went through a lot of her stuff. It was interesting, but I'll be happy when it comes to justice as well, Ricky. When somebody gets, I hope that she's found. I hope so much. But I think about like Suzanne Morphew, Orrin and Orson, like these people that have not been found, but there's still charges. And I don't know. It could happen even if she's not found, but I hope she's found. And I hope also there's justice soon. And I think there will be. I do.
Yeah, well, they say unfounded, and to me and everybody else that implies they can't prove or disprove it, right? Because there's really no other witnesses except myself and my children.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I mean, why would you just randomly come out and lie about hearing a scream? I mean, that's just something like, let me make up something. I heard a scream. And especially at the time that you did it, you didn't know there was going to be worldwide attention like this to the case when it first started. There's no way you could have knew that.
Look, every day I work through my head. I'm like, do you know how much simpler, like, the pieces for me to put together would be if
I freaking love the like little pictures. Like, look at the Fight Club with Dawn and Candace. Oh, thank you, Punksy. Thank you so much. Yeah, Amy, I know. Yes, I agree. They are. The walls are closing in. Yeah, you guys see the Fight Club with and there's been a couple other little funny ones that go through there. Can't trust none of them. Sickening, to be honest, if you're not giving by. What do you mean, Marie? Oh, about like YouTubers. I give it 3 weeks and someone's gonna crack, especially since Candace. That's crazy. That's crazy, Punksy. Can you send me like where you found that? Thank you guys for the links and everything. I love you guys.
That scream, that noise didn't exist, or the footprints didn't exist, or this didn't. And I'm open to somehow being wrong, or that noise being explained away to us. But my daughter maintains that, and in the cabin that day, as we were all hearing it, I had stopped being able to hear the scream, right? But my daughter continues to pick it up, and she says, "It's muffled." She's like, "Don't you hear it?" I was like, "No." She's like, "I still hear it, Mom." And she could hear a car leaving Ben Hill, and like that scream was muffled. The noise was still happening for her, but I couldn't pick it up again.
Yeah, that's weird because young people here. I have a daughter.
See, that is weird. I don't know, you guys. Oh, hey, Jin Lu. I think Hunter will too. So I'm gonna quit this now, and we can go watch like on our own. But I want to say a couple things first. First, I want if anybody, Candace, I need these questions answered. Who was the last person to see Summer? Where was she last seen? Okay, those are really two important questions that I need the answer to. Also, you said you didn't get a lawyer, but then you clearly said the lawyer told you not to about the phone. So which is it? But I'm telling you, the two questions, the first two questions, where was she last seen and who saw her last? That is so important. And the fact that that cannot be, there's not a straight fucking answer to that, excuse me, but for my language, but it just makes me mad. It's 32:30. It's love for me. Who saw Summer last and where? We need an answer to that. And if that's what makes me, it's hard to look at the strangers around and all the different things. If you can't get that, if we can't get that, I mean, come on. Firecracker warning. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to see I'm going to go watch the rest of this. I really want you guys to go over there and watch it. I think it's only right if we're watching some of it here together to go over to his channel, Dollyvision, and it starts at 32 minutes 30 seconds. Awesome, me. So, yeah. I love you guys. I want to cover another case tomorrow, but there's a couple things with this case I'm working on too. So I know I'll see you guys really soon. I missed you the last couple of days. Hey, Nay. Oh, hi. Yeah, we're leaving, but I'm so glad that you stopped by and said hi. But anyways, yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome night. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. And if you have any information that you want me to see or you think would be beneficial for, the viewers to see, can you please email me at my tie-dye email. This is ripyourheartoutanddye@gmail.com. Dye, it's not like dye, D-I-E. It's for tie-dye because I do make and sell tie-dye, but it's easier to get emails there because I don't have as many coming in. And yeah, I love it when you guys do that. Oh, cool, Tim. That's awesome. So, yeah, you guys go over there, watch the rest of this interview, and we will touch base tomorrow on another case and this case soon. I love you, and I hope you have an awesome night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yeah. Bye, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you to my mods. You are the absolute best on the tubes. And my chat is the absolute best on the tubes. Bye.